So you always like surfing. You go to the beach and watch the cool surfers getting the sickest wave and ripping off. So you decided to waste your time and just go learn how to surf. But then when you start surfing, it's not actually go as well as you planned. We get tired pretty quickly, we are afraid of the waves. We can't even stand up in the board, and days has passed. You've been trying, but you see you're not going anywhere. And the worst thing is that most of the time that you go surfing, you go home without getting a single wave. Instead, surfing brings you joy, brings you happiness. You just go home sad and frustrated. Will I ever learn how to surf? Did I start it too late? Surfing is really for me, and most important of all, how do I get rid of this frustration feeling? So stay tuned for what I have to say today, and I promise you that I will give a huge boost in your surf progress. Hello, my name is André. I'm living in Gold Coast in front of a Snapper Rocks, and it has been a year that I started my surf journey. And through this whole year, I noticed a few mistakes that transformed surfing in a terrible experience. So let's go into that. If you jump steps, you're gonna struggle, and you're gonna struggle a lot. When we start surfing, we want to start with a short board because we wanna be like the pros, right? But if you do that without starting on the long board, it's gonna be a terrible mistake because you won't have the balance enough. You don't even know how to paddle. So you're gonna paddle in the short board and you're gonna stay in the same place and you're just gonna get tired. You're just gonna have waves into your head. If you never had an experience of surfing and you just get a longboard or whatever board and just go into the water and try to drop without even know how to pop up, how can you pop up? How can you drop that wave? You can't jump that step and go straight to the water. First, you're gonna have someone to help you or watch videos on YouTube or ask your friend to show you how is the movement in the sand. So you try in the sand first. You have to know where to put your hands when you lift your chest up. You gotta know all the movements, you gotta build a muscle memory. If you don't know that, first you're not gonna drop in because you don't know how to. You will try to drop and you fall somehow. You're gonna be under the water, rolling and rolling all the time. Imagine yourself, you still cannot pop up in the white water, in the white wave, and just try and go ahead where the pro surfers are on the lineup and try to get a green wave. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all. Again, you don't have the paddle strength. You don't even know where to paddle. You don't know how to get past the waves. You just put yourself in a bad place. Imagine you going to the pipeline in Hawaii, getting the huge barrels, the first time surfing. Imagine what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna hurt yourself. So to avoid all of that, you're gonna start from the beginning. Go step by step because you miss it. And if you miss it in the water, you're gonna regret it. Learn the basics, start to feel confident, build your muscle memory. So go slow, don't need to rush. There is a way to think when you go surfing that you'll never feel frustrated again. But I will tell you in a sec. Firstly, we got to understand the process of learning. Surf is a long process. It's a lifetime journey. Honestly, for me, it's the hardest sport I ever tried in my life. It's so hard, it's so hard. It has been a whole year that I'm surfing now, and I thought to give up dozens of times. I would just get the boards that I found in some random garage and go to surf and try my best, you know, without even thinking where I'm going or what I'm doing it. Most of the times I would just be paddling out, heaps of wipeouts, a lot of wipeouts, going home with my nose full of water and not surfing a single wave at all. And I've been comparing myself to the others because here in Australia, even in Gold Coast, even the little kids, like they just learned how to walk and they're just there ripping off and getting barrels and doing yes. And I look at myself, like I'm 26 years old, you know, I'm old, and the kids just like humiliating me somehow. But I know that's wrong. We can't compare ourselves to others. What happens is that when you do that, you discourage yourself. You just want to go to surf because every time you go, you feel bad. Like I was feeling bad because, you know, not getting any wave. I'm just paddling and not going anywhere. I don't know how to pop up. I didn't have any friend that was in the same level of surfing as me, so I didn't have anyone to talk about it, like my difficulties, my frustrations, and what I've been missing it. And when I looked up on the internet, on YouTube, I use a lot of YouTube. 90% of the YouTube content is about surfers that are really pro. Like, you, don't get me wrong, you learn a lot with them, but they make look so easy, like a top turn video, how to do a top turn video. They will explain to you, oh, just do this, and that, and you go to the lip and just rotate your shoulders, and that's it. And we'll be like, whoa, that looks pretty easy, I can do it. But when you actually go and try, for me to learn how to drop a wave, it took me like a year. Imagine to do a top turn perfectly, like these guys are doing. But what we actually seeing, we are seeing the results of years and years of experience. These guys, they training a lot. They've been through a lot, but they never gave up. We did not see the bad part of it, you know, the times that they were training and not getting any results, struggling. And that's why I created BreezySurf. In this channel, you're gonna see the real experience of surfing. You're gonna see all my wipeouts. You're gonna see me struggling to get past the waves, getting to other people's way, unfortunately. You're gonna see me facing all the challenges of surfing. If you're a beginner surfer or free surfer and someday you feel discouraged, you could watch these videos and what I've been through, maybe inspire you to keep going, you know, because I won't give up. If you're a beginner surfer like me, we're gonna be sharing the same experience at the same time. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about, a lot of tips and tricks, you know? And even though I'm a beginner surfer, I got a lot of things that I can share to you that if I knew before, it would change everything. All of that sharing will boost your surf progress and my surf progress too, because I really want you guys to keep going, keep surfing. I know surf is not easy, surf is hard, but if you do love it and if you want to keep going, I'm here for you, you there for me. So if you like the idea, don't forget to subscribe and like the channel, okay? That will help me a lot. How do I get this frustration feeling away? It's easy and simple. Every time you go, it's a lesson learned. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you didn't drop a wave. It doesn't matter if you just look like a drunk on the top of the surfboard. It doesn't matter. What really matters is that you got yourself some inspiration to go surf. In your crazy routine, your routine of work and study, you were tired, but you still like have this surf soul inside you telling, hey, you need to go surf. And then you went to the beach, you get a surfboard, put a wax in your surfboard, went to the water and was there trying it. That's what matters the most, you be in the water. Because even though you didn't drop any wave, you're realizing why you didn't drop any wave. And the next time you go, you're gonna try fix it. So if you can't read the waves properly, at least you're there sitting it and watching it, all the waves coming and go. You're watching where the other surfers are positioning to get the wave. So you can be there the next time. Also, you're building your muscle strength to start to adapt at surfing. What matters the most is that you're there trying, because as many times you try, many chances you are to get where you want it to be. Even if you can't go to the outside, at least you're there pedaling and duck diving. So you gotta repeat as many times as you can. Surf is that, surf is repeating. Even though it wasn't a great day of surfing, it was a lesson learned. And that's what is important. Keep learning every day, slowly and steady. You get there. So next time when you go home of a terrible day of surfing, think in this way. Think, oh, at least I went to the water and I did some 10 duck dives, you know, I paddled for 10 minutes. In this way, you're gonna realize that you didn't waste a day. If you found yourself some energy and inspiration and you actually went there and tried instead of stay home and just give it up, count as a victory. Every day count as a victory. And that's it. No more frustration. I told you, it's simple, isn't it? So keep trying, keep going. Don't forget to subscribe to BreezySurf so you can be next in the barrels. Okay? Stay breezy. You!